Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlotte and I apologize if I look a little bit tired. I just got off work and I really wanted to film this video before the sun went down. So actually I bumped into an article on the Taipei Times, and that article was pretty shocking to me as a Belgian because the title is "Virus Outbreak, Belgian Suspected of Local Infection." When I saw that I was really shocked because I think many Taiwanese people barely even know where Belgium is in the world. They have never heard about Belgium probably, and now the first time we come in the Taiwanese news, it's about this. So yeah, I'm really nervous to read the article. I didn't read it yet because I thought it might be interesting to read it together. But I've been thinking about this title whole day. When I saw it this morning, it was trending on Taipei Times. I think it was like number 1 or 2 in trending. So let's go ahead and read the article together. So once more, the title is "Virus Outbreak, Belgian Suspected of Local Infection." This appeared in the Taipei Times and was written by Ling Hu-Chin and Yang Yuan-Tin, staff reporters with CNA. So, the undertitle, it's a man, it's not a woman, and it's not me if you were wondering. I'm still in Belgium, I didn't come back to Taiwan with coronavirus. But the subtitle is saying, "The man arrived in Taiwan in May and was quarantined for 2 weeks," Chen Shijun said, adding that he might be infected a long time ago. Okay, so maybe he's not contagious then, but okay, I'm just gonna read because I still don't get it. The government is considering tightening mask-wearing rules again in light of a potential domestic COVID-19 infection, Minister of Health and Welfare Chen Shijun said yesterday. The Central Epidemic Command Center, CECC, confirmed 7 new COVID-19 cases, 6 of which are imported. So it's not people in Taiwan who infect each other, but it's more people coming from abroad. Yeah, that makes sense. The other case, other than those 6 cases, involves a Belgian engineer who entered Taiwan on May 3rd and remained in quarantine until May 17th, said Chen, who heads the CECC. Okay, that's already good to hear that this person went into quarantine. I was afraid to hear something about maybe at least this person did the quarantine. Let's go ahead. Although the source of infection has yet to be identified, the case could end the nation's record of not having any domestic cases in the previous 110 days. No! I really hope this is not the case. I really hope there will be no new cases in Taiwan. But it seems that they're not so sure in the article. I thought it was maybe confirmed, but this looks to me like it's not very sure if he's infected or not. The Belgian, in his 20s, is a technician working on an offshore wind project in Changhua County. He underwent COVID-19 testing to be able to return to his native country, Chen said. Okay, that's interesting. When I first heard the title, I was expecting this to be about some Belgian tourist going to Taiwan and maybe not following the rules, but apparently this is somebody who really works in Taiwan. Yeah, interesting. The man tested positive in 2 polymerase chain reactions tests with cycle threshold values of 34 and 33, which Chen described as a weak positive. Wait, weak positive? I wasn't weak or strongly positive. I just thought you had COVID or you didn't have it. Does that mean maybe the person was not very sick? I don't know. According to a US Federal Drug Administration fact sheet dated of June 12th, IgG antibodies generally start appearing about 7 to 10 days after infection and often indicate a past infection. Oh, okay, I get it. So maybe this person is not infected right now, but he has been infected before, I guess? Chen said the case had not yet been classified as an imported or domestic case because if the man's IgM is negative and IgG is positive, he might have been infected a long time ago. Oh, okay, I get it. So this man could as well have been infected and sick while he was in Europe, and then he was healed. He came to Taiwan and there they saw the antibodies, but maybe he wasn't really carrying COVID-19 anymore. I hope so. The Belgian has been put in an isolation ward in a hospital, and 89 people who had come into close contact with him of them are under home quarantine, while the other 7 are required to monitor their own health. The Belgian had followed the rules, okay, that's good, and wore a mask on public transport, but had often gone outdoors, where he sometimes took his mask off, Chen said. I wonder what they mean with outdoors. If it's like outdoor hiking in the mountains, I guess that's probably okay. The chance that he infects someone is small, but if he means outdoors, like going to have fun in the city, then it's more of a problem. Since his movements are clear, the CECC does not plan to make them public, he said. 5 of the imported cases, men aged between 20 and 80, are from the Philippines. Yeah, I heard they also have many cases. While the others is from Guatemala, Chen said. The new cases raised the nation's total number of confirmed cases to 474. 382 imported and 55 domestic cases, as well as 36 cases from the Navy's Friendship Flotilla, and 1 case that needs further investigation. Okay, it's weird to say that that's nothing, because of course every case is important, and yeah, that's really a horrible thing for the person who live it. But compared to the numbers that Belgium has for COVID-19, I can almost say that this number of Taiwan is nothing, you know. With the pandemic raging overseas, Chen reminded Taiwanese to keep their guard up and always wear a mask when they are indoors. For example, in theaters, karaoke bars, elevators, and study centers. To me, it's still even crazy that everything is open in Taiwan, because in Belgium, the whole entertainment industry hasn't really restarted. It's a whole problem here that people who work in that industry are really in trouble now economically. I think it's horrible because, you know, Belgium has a lot of music festivals and events in summer, and there's so many people working in that industry. Even the people that are needed to set up stages, work backstage, it's such a huge amount of people, and they are all without a job right now, so it's very dramatic in Belgium. He also urged people to wash their hands frequently and practice social distancing rules, he said, adding that the nation is still safe from the risk of community outbreaks. If 80% of people often wear masks, the nation would be very safe. If only 70% of people did, there could be a problem, but right now the rate is under 30%, he said, reiterating the importance of wearing masks indoor. I guess just like everywhere in Taiwan, some people are also getting tired of always distancing, washing hands, and some people are forgetting how serious the COVID-19 is, but Taiwan is still, from my Belgium perspective, doing so great when it comes to COVID-19. Here in Belgium, I don't know, on TV, they stay pretty optimistic about it. They're like, yeah, we're handling it well. We have many cases, but we count differently than other countries. I heard, for example, that in some other country, I wonder if it was Germany maybe, they don't really count old people dying in old people homes, in retirement homes. But here in Belgium, if an old person dies in a retirement home and they're not sure if it was COVID-19 or not, 19. So I guess, you know, every country has their own rules about everything and own ways to count the people affected by COVID-19. So that could be a reason why Belgium's numbers are really high compared to our neighboring countries. Or maybe we're really just doing horribly. But I was surprised. Every time I went into a city in Belgium, I found that people really wear the masks everywhere. Like even outside, walking on the streets, people are wearing masks. So I'm pretty impressed. I never thought that was possible in a country like Belgium. And then when I went just over the border to the Netherlands, there I was suddenly a little bit shocked to see that nobody was wearing a mask, even people who were making my food. Like in Belgium, since many months, people serving food and making food, they will wear masks. But in the Netherlands, the regulations are not strict at all. But then again, Belgium has more cases than the Netherlands, so I really don't know what's going wrong here. Maybe it's just the counting or something else, but anyway. I really hope this COVID-19 crisis will end rather sooner than later. I feel like the whole planet is getting tired of it. People don't really, like businesses are closing, restaurants are closing. It's really horrible to see the impacts that this very long-lasting COVID-19 has had on the whole society. So I hope we can all get through this as fast as possible. And about the article, it seems like not everything is so clear, like what exactly happened with this Belgian person. But if anyone knows anything more, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, because I'm very curious to know more about this case, and I'll keep looking out if there's new articles coming out about this. But if you stayed until the end, that's pretty impressive. I have to say, not many people stay that long, so thank you so much for watching and paying attention. Today's code words will be, let's say, dress. I usually don't wear dresses, but look at this. I made an effort today for all you guys. So let's say that the code word of today is white dress. If you say white dress in the comments down below, I know you watched until the end. Thank you so much. Stay safe, everyone, and I hope to see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye. Hi guys, welcome back on my channel. I'm Charlotte and I'm super happy you're joining me again today for a new episode of Taiwan in the Global News. The article I want to talk about today is one that was published on the 28th of April in a newspaper called The Standaard. It's a very famous newspaper here in Belgium, and my family has a subscription to it, so we get it almost every day. And the article, it's a little bit funny because the title doesn't really sound like it's related to Taiwan. The title is New Zealand Defeats the Virus, but if you look at the article more closely, Taiwan is actually mentioned many times, and there's even a little box here, I don't know if you can see that, where there's a subtitle that says what Belgium didn't, or what Belgium failed to learn from Taiwan. So I'm gonna be translating a part of the article for you. It's a very long article, so I'll just leave out the parts that are not about Taiwan and I'll focus a little bit more on the interesting stuff, but I hope you enjoy. Okay, are you ready and comfortable? Let's go ahead and read this. New Zealand defeats the virus between science, strictness, and didactic talent to handle the corona crisis. According to New Zealand's epidemiologist, the coronavirus has a reproduction of less than 0.5 in their country. One infected person transmits the virus to less than half another person. This means that the disease is not transferred in the community. Only one New Zealander remains under intensive care, and there are 270 known infected. This made the country lower their emergency level from 4 to 3. So now comes the little part where they say what New Zealand learned from Taiwan and what Belgium failed to learn. So first of all, in New Zealand, all the returning citizens are being placed in a 14-day-long quarantine in a hotel. As I know, I think in Taiwan, they don't put people in a hotel, but just in a house quarantine. But they have some apps to see if people are really staying at home. And so the second point is, as early as the 21st of March, there was a clear and transparent lockdown plan with 4 different phases. Here in Belgium, we also have a lockdown, but I don't think everything was very transparent because I think the government was a little bit scared to create slow to release all the information, and many things were so unclear, you know. First, they told us, don't use masks because masks are completely useless. Go and give all your masks to the medical health staff because they really need it. So I even know that like some people who who were using a mask and they were going to the hospital or doctor, the hospital staff were kind of angry at them, like, you shouldn't be using masks, they should only be for medical staff. So they were telling people that it was completely useless to use the masks. But then later on, suddenly when we had enough masks, because before that we always have a shortage, but after masks started coming in and we had enough, suddenly they changed their words and they were saying, oh, everybody should use a mask, it's very useful to stop this pandemic, so you should all buy masks, and it might be even mandatory in some places. So yeah, I think it's just very unclear. The government is kind of changing their opinions all the time. I guess they're also just learning along the way, but sometimes I think they're not super transparent, just in my opinion. And then the third point here is contact tracers with high quality tests are said they were doing really well. If someone is in a house quarantine, they are monitored, and via an app on their phone, somebody can check on them all the time, like their temperature, they can check if they're at home, and it's just very well monitored. But here in Belgium, the first time the government was talking about an app like that, everybody started freaking out, like, what about my privacy? We can't do that, that's sensitive information. So yeah, we definitely didn't handle it the same way as Taiwan and New Zealand. And then the article also states that New Zealand might have a few advantages that we do not have in Belgium, and that is that the density of their cities is much lower than in Belgium, meaning that we have more people living closer to one another. They have only 5 million people. I think in Belgium we're, 11 million maybe? With half of those people being under the age of 38. So I guess they have a pretty on the young side population. And then another little thing that I saw somewhere in the article was that they might have an advantage because they're an island, but then later in the article they said it's not really, maybe that's not true, maybe that's not on borders, it's not like people are coming in. And even New Zealand and Taiwan, they also have products and things coming into the country, so it shouldn't be a huge difference when it comes to island or not an island if our country is closing the borders anyway. So I think I covered the most important parts of the article, or at least the parts related to Taiwan. Oh, sorry I'm looking red by the way today. It's super hot and I don't know why I decided to wear a sweater. I'm also drinking hot tea, that's not helping. Anyway, when we look at this article and when we see that New Zealand kind of copied Taiwan's strategy, and we already know that Taiwan had a lot of success with handling the corona crisis, and now New Zealand also has success while just copying them, it really makes you wonder, what if Taiwan had been able to share their information with the World Health Organization? Wouldn't it have meant that many deaths could have been prevented if other countries had this successful strategy, you know? So I really don't know what to think about it. Of course, politics are very delicate, that such important information was stopped from being brought in to the World Health Organization just because of some political games that are being played. So yeah, I wonder what's your opinion on the matter, and I'm gonna go ahead and read some of your comments on the last video. The first comment I see here is, "Thank you for sharing, Miss Charlotte. I also hope that the world can resume normal life as soon as possible. I wish you health and happiness." Thank you so much. I wish the same to you. And by the way, I have noticed you commenting on most of my videos, so thank you so much. Calvin Wang writes, "Minister Maggie de Block can learn from Taiwan. Taiwan is a model." First of all, are you Belgium? Because how do you know our Minister of Health, Maggie de Block? That's impressive. But yeah, Maggie de Block is under a lot of fire right now because, of course, in her position, things are not going very right in the country, and she's the first in line who's targeted by all the angry people. I think, honestly, she probably really did the best she could, so I think anyone who would have been in her position right now would have been under fire. But of course, I wish Belgium could have learned from Taiwan earlier. Someone writes, "Today is Labor Holiday TV. Stay together stronger." Terry Rowe writes, I have lived in Taiwan since late 2004. I love Taiwan. Wow, that's a long time. That's a big part of your life. You lived in Taiwan. Wow, I'm really jealous. You must really be living a happy life there. So that was it for today's episode of Taiwan in the Global News. I hope you enjoyed and thank you for sticking around until the end. That's pretty rare, so you're one of my channel's elite. Thank you so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you very soon in the next video. Bye! Bulbasaur is a grass poison type Pokemon. Bulbasaur's personality is known to be very loyal and well-behaved. Its most notable feature is the bulb on its back that was planted there at birth and steadily grows bigger as it matures. Bulbasaur loves to spend its time sunbathing, allowing the bulb to absorb sunlight and store it as energy. This energy would allow Bulbasaur to survive days without eating. But don't get me wrong, this little buddy loves to eat. When the bulb has grown to a certain size, it will emit a blue hue, indicating that Bulbasaur is now ready to evolve. Bulbasaur's Japanese name, Fushigidane, is a combination of the words Fushigi, mysterious, and Dane, seed. Bulbasaur's evolutions are Ivysaur and Venusaur. Is Bulbasaur your favorite starter Pokemon? And what's Bulbasaur in the comments down below? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And let me know if you would like to see more Pokemon related videos in the future. I know the video resolution is not very high, as I was filming it through the Pokemon Go app, but I had a lot of fun filming it anyway. Love you guys and see you very soon in another video. Bye bye! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Charlotte, and in case you don't know me, I'm from Belgium and I used to live in Taiwan for a while, but I came back early because of the corona situation. I wanted to be close to my family while all these things are happening right now. But anyway, recently I came across a video and the title is Don't Go to Taiwan, and it's made by Täze. And I saw this video in my YouTube suggestions, and I was very curious when I saw the title, don't go to Taiwan. I'm like, I can only think of all the reasons why I want to go to Taiwan, so I was very curious to know the reasons why I shouldn't go to Taiwan. So of course I clicked on the video, but very fast when it started I kind of got a feeling like, this video is supported by Taiwan, so probably it's not something bad. And I thought it might be fun, instead of just watching it by myself, to film myself and to show you guys my reaction. I have no idea if you guys saw it before, because I see this video is pretty famous, so maybe some of you have seen it, I don't know, let me know. Okay, let's start. 3, 2, 1. A Spirited Away vibe, you know, when she goes to the spirit world. Okay, so it's made by Täze and supported by Taiwan, the heart of Asia. Wow. Taiwan is just buildings and factories. Wow, I feel so peaceful when seeing this. Monkeys! Oh my god, actually that's something, that's one of my biggest regrets, that I didn't see any monkey in Taiwan, and first I thought maybe monkeys are very shy and scared of people, so nobody can see them, they're far away in the mountains. But then I made some Taiwanese friends and they told me like, no, you can see monkeys like in many places, and they even studied in a university that is famous for having a lot of monkeys on the campus. So if you leave some food hanging around or even books, they will just grab it and run away with it. So I think that's hilarious, and that's really something that's on top of my list when I go back to Taiwan. I need to see some monkeys. Okay, let's proceed. Oh, Taiwanese nature is... Wow. Taiwanese temples are quite humdrum. Taiwan is not a destination for outdoor lovers. That's hilarious. I mean, all the foreigners I know in Taiwan are like big fans of hiking and outdoors, so... Wow. Wow. I wonder where that is. Wow. Taiwanese culture is not so diverse. Taiwan has no gastronomy? Are you kidding me? It has like the best food in the world. Wow. Oh my god, I haven't been there. I love this. Don't go to Taiwan. Whew. Heart of Asia will enchant you.
Remember to subscribe to next episode.
Wow. Oh my god. That's... Whew. It's a bit overwhelming to see all of those things because, you know, I'm just reminded of all the things I miss about Taiwan, and I also see that there's so many places that I haven't seen yet. I think this video is beautifully made. I think it's really wonderful job of Täze to really show the spirit of Taiwan, not just images, not just empty, beautiful air shots. It's really telling a story and showing us the warmth and the spirit of Taiwan, in my opinion. So I can only like applaud him for doing such a great job, and it's oh my god. Whew. I think anyone who's like hesitating to go to Taiwan and not sure yet, and then you click on this video expecting to see reasons why they should not go to Taiwan, if you see this, you're just overwhelmed by, okay, I should really go. I think there's no question here, like Taiwan is so worth it to see it, and I agree, it's really one of the hidden pearls in Asia. Like, but once you've been there, you immediately fall in love with the place, and I think this video really translated my love for Taiwan too, so I think it's amazing. So what did you guys think about this video? Did you see it before, or was this the first time you watched it with me? If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you to watch it full screen, full quality on Täze's YouTube page, and also drop him a like, because I think this video deserves so much recognition. It's truly amazing. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I hope to see you again very soon on the next video. Bye bye! Hi everyone, welcome back on my channel. My name is Charlotte, and did you notice something different today? I actually just cut my hair because summer is coming, it's gonna be very warm, and long hair is just suffocating in summer. It feels like you have a scarf. But anyway, today I want to do something that several people have requested many times over and over again, and that's to react to a Taiwanese song. To be honest, I don't know any Taiwanese songs yet or any Taiwanese artists, so I thought it might be a good moment to try and discover some artists. So I just went on Google and I randomly picked one artist that came up very fast, and that was Eric Chow, and the song's name was What's Wrong. So I'm very curious to discover Taiwanese music. I don't know if this song is very famous in Taiwan or not, but since it came up very high in Google, I guess it must be popular. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch this song together. Wow, that's a beautiful land. Is that in Taiwan or is that in another country? Oh, I love the style of his apartment. Oh? She's not Taiwanese. Oh, there's a foreigner in his music video. Is this a breakup song? That's sad. Oh, this looks like a bakery, maybe in Europe. This looks so European. I'm confused now. I looked up this Taiwanese artist and I see European style sceneries. I guess it's about two people who gave up on a relationship. Aww. That's actually really sad. That sometimes we take things for granted and only once it's gone we realize like how much we actually cared about it. Aww. He's blaming himself for doing things wrong in the relationship. She's so pretty. Aww, this is so sad. The very first Taiwanese music video I look up is this sad. It's all Taiwanese music like that. I wonder if he wrote the song himself. Is this about a real experience he lived in his life? This is so cute. I mean, he seems so sad, but at the same time, I think he still wishes her the best in her life. this is so sad. Aww. So this was the very first Taiwanese music video I ever saw, I guess. And I'm positively impressed. I think it was beautiful. It was a song I could definitely relate to and listen to. You know, I think it's something I could put on my iPod right now. And I feel like his voice was so nice to listen to, and his emotions were really truly felt. So that's why I'm suspecting, did he write the song himself? Or but you guys probably don't know the answer either. Only he knows the answer, I think so. But you know what I found so confusing? It is that all the sceneries were maybe in a European or other Western country. It's so confusing because, you know, I'm clicking on my very first Taiwanese music video ever, and the scenery looks so familiar, especially like, you know, the bakery and restaurants. That could totally be, I don't know, in France or something. But maybe that's in Taiwan, maybe that's just a place I never saw before. But yeah, I'm positively impressed, and I would love for you guys to recommend more songs to me that you think I might like, because I definitely want to discover more Taiwanese artists. Did you notice that today I'm filming outside? The barn is actually right behind me, but as I was gonna start filming, I noticed the sky was so blue, I could hear birds chirping, and it was just too compelling to sit here outside and enjoy the fresh air. So that's why you might hear some birds noises. I'm not sure if my microphone catches that, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you watched until the end, let's use the code word bakery, because we saw that in the video and that really confused me, because don't you think? Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye! Hi guys, welcome back on my channel. I'm Charlotte, and in today's video, like the title might have told you, I want to address something that several people have asked me before, and that is, how do you survive abroad when you're on a tight budget? Like you might have known or not known, I started my travels and living abroad when I just graduated, so I didn't have a large amount of money. But of course I had to save up for my flight ticket and have some savings just to be safe, you know, if it wouldn't work out and I wouldn't find a job abroad. But once being abroad, I found out that there are several ways that you could survive while spending almost no money, and I'm gonna tell you more in this video. The first thing on my list is the one that I experienced for myself, and that is, you can survive abroad while working in a hostel or guest house. It's not really working for money, in my case at least. It was some kind of work exchange deal where I would work for about 2 or 3 hours, 5 days a week, and in exchange I would get a bed in a 6-person room, and I would also get some free rice and noodle every day. So I thought it was as a student, I mean, not that I'm old now, but you know what I mean. And it was just such an amazing way when I did it in Seoul to connect with people. I also had roommates who were kind of in the same situation as me. They were also on a tight budget, so we had great times together, you know, going out in the middle of the night for karaoke's or just having a nice meal. And if you think about it, for only 2 to 3 hours of work a day, usually in the morning, the rest of the time you're completely free and you don't have to spend anything on accommodation, and if you have enough with rice and noodles, you're all set to go and to survive there as long as you want. Another way for you to live abroad would be to look around for scholarships, because I know that so many countries are eager to have foreign students study at their universities, and they have so many programs set in place to international students. So it's really worth it. If you have a country in mind, just check online if they have any interesting universities with scholarships. And I know for Taiwan, for example, I think they offer at least 2,000 full scholarships every year. And it depends from country to country and university to university if they will also pay something for your accommodation or something like that. I went to Sweden for my Erasmus program. I remember they helped me out and gave me 300 euros every month to pay for my accommodation. It was more expensive than that, but still, that's a huge help every month. So if you have a country in mind where you want to go for a few years and if you want to learn something at the same time and get a degree, I really recommend you to look into their scholarships. My third point is a little bit related to the first one, but while I was living in Taiwan, there's a hostel that reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to manage their whole social media and do the advertising. Like, they were pretty new and nobody heard about them, and they wanted someone to make videos about their place and things like that. Big house. So that was definitely interesting. I didn't do it because I already found my 2 awesome roommates and I didn't want to leave that place. But if you have any kind of skills, if you're very good in communication or in advertising or video making or anything that you think can help a hostel, you can definitely try to approach them and ask them if they want to do an exchange your work for their accommodation. So these were 3 points that I had personal experience with, but I saw some other possibilities from friends around me, and one of those is, for example, becoming a nanny somewhere. If you like working with children, this is really a good way to immediately integrate a family and learn a lot about the culture, the language, everything. So it could be very, very good if you quickly want to become part of the country and integrate well, because you will literally live in the house with that family and take care of the children. I have heard mixed stories about it though. There's people who absolutely love it and who really like their families, but it depends from person to person if you like children or not. If you are someone who likes children, I think becoming a nanny could definitely be a good option to live in a country without any expenses. Something that I really considered doing for a while was to do a work exchange in a temple, because there are so many temples in Asia and sometimes they need volunteers. So you would basically help them clean, help them prepare the food, do some gardening and all kind of tasks around the temple. And you will also participate in meditation or things like that. And in exchange, they will offer you a roof and food. So I think that's an amazing deal. If you need a break for a while, for a few months, you're tired of your life and you really need to find yourself again, I think doing this kind of temple work can really, really be healthy for you. So the last thing on my little list is you could volunteer in a farm. A few weeks or a few months that you would live in that farm with those people, and they will feed you, give you a bed, and in exchange you will help them with some seasonal work. I think if you're not scared of getting your hands dirty and of doing some physical work, working on a farm can also be an amazing experience abroad while you don't need to spend any money. So that was my list for today. I hope I didn't forget anything, but if you have any other ideas or if you have a genius tip of how to live abroad on a very small budget, feel free to share it with everyone in the comments. And I also was thinking about maybe making a future videos about jobs that I did in foreign countries while not speaking the local language. So let me know if you would like to hear about that too. And I hope you just have a great day and see you very soon. Bye bye! Hi everyone, welcome back on my channel. My name is Charlotte, and the news that I want to share with you today is something quite terrifying. It is something that quickly spreads across the world like wildfire. I have seen it in all kind of newspapers, in the Belgian one, the Dutch one, the French one, the Italian one, and English-speaking newspapers also show it. So I think it's safe to say that this news really spread worldwide. And the news is a festival, a kite festival in Hsinchu that turned pretty wrong when a little girl got caught up in a kite and got thrown into the air like super high. If you actually see the images, it's really terrifying because you don't really know how she's gonna land and you can only see her spinning around and going up and up. So I have to say I really my heart skipped a beat when I watched the video because I thought this can only go wrong. But luckily what happened was when the little girl, she was 3 years if I remember correctly, when the staff tried to take the kite back down, luckily many of the bystanders, the people who were watching, they quickly ran together while she was landing. So I looked it up online and I found that the girl was almost totally unharmed. She maybe had a few scratches on her neck and face, if I remember correctly, but other than that, she was totally fine. And that is truly a miracle in my opinion. When you watch those images, you just think this can't end well, but it did, luckily. But I think the festival still was completely stopped after this very scary event. I can imagine everybody who was there must have been so shocked, so maybe not in the mood to have a festival anymore. And I also think that there will be some people who will be held accountable that the security was not high enough. How could a little girl of 3 years old run into the strings of a kite? That should definitely not happen in such a big international festival. So I think next year, before they organize the next international kite festival, they will definitely take some stricter security measures, I'm convinced. But yeah, the reason why I think this article spread around the world so fast was it's just very terrifying when you see it. Never ever saw before. Honestly, I didn't even know that a kite was that strong, but it's a big kite. I saw in the video it's like a very huge, long orange kite. So I guess it has a lot of power, especially if the wind is strong, like it was that day. It's really crazy images, crazy footage. So I think that's why it's very famous. But I think something that also makes the story so popular is that it ended well. I think the video would not have been shared that much if something happened to the little girl. Like, thank God nothing happened to her. I still can't spin my mind around the fact that she was almost completely unharmed while she went that high with a kite. So I think people are also enjoying the video. Not enjoying, that's the wrong word, but they can watch the video since it has a happy ending. Otherwise, it would definitely, I think, not have been shared as much by everyone because that would be too shocking to watch if it had a bad ending. So yeah, that was the news that I had for you today. Yeah, I also popular in Taiwan because this festival is very popular, right? So I think it's very famous in Taiwan and around the world. And yeah, all I can say about this news is that I am so relieved that the girl has nothing too bad. I hope everybody recovered from the shock, especially her mother who was with her at the festival. I can't even start to imagine how scared she must have been. And I hope that next year or next time there's a festival, the security measures will be better, that the festival will be child-proof. So let me think what you thought about the article. Have you watched the video? Can you even watch it? Because I think it's pretty shocking. I had trouble watching it. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and today's code word is Oh, I have one. Let's say light bulb, because you can't see it from where you are, but I actually just got a new light. I upgraded my light because I could only film during daytime, and right now the days are getting shorter and shorter and my work is so busy. It's September and I have a job in education, so we're really overloaded right now. So it's hard to find a combination filming videos and needing daylight. So I'm super relieved that I can finally film videos while the sun went down already. So let's say light bulb. Wait, I'll show you. Let me turn you around. Ta-da! I don't know if that's clear, but anyway, it looks super professional and I'm super happy about the light. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again very soon in a new video. And oh, by the way, it's my birthday this weekend. Okay, that's just a random fact. I didn't know why I said that, but I got some super cool news as well. I was contacted by the China Post, an English-speaking Taiwanese newspaper, and they want to write a little article about me, and it's supposed to come out very soon. Maybe next time I make a video I can check out. So I think that's the best birthday present I could get. I am super happy. And I also wanted to say an extra thank you to my 4 very first Patreon members. We are starting our very small little community there and I think it's really fun already. So thank you so much for joining my Patreon. Thank you for watching and see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye! Hi everyone, welcome back on my channel. My name is Charlotte and I just came back from a super relaxing holiday in the French mountains, in a little town there that has almost no Wi-Fi. So I was super disconnected for about 1 week. And honestly, it felt so great to be disconnected, you know, from social media, from all the news in the world right now. There's so much going on. And I highly recommend, if you can just switch everything off for a few days, I think it can do wonders to your mental health. But right now I'm back today with a new video. I had many suggestions after last reaction video I did about a group called Mayday. This group I think has 5 members and if I'm not wrong it's created in 1997 or 9, not sure, but around the year my sister was born. And since then they have been really popular in Taiwan and in many other countries. And so I'm very excited to see one of their songs for the first time. I just chose a random song because several were suggested to me. I just chose the title that sounded nice to me and that was Cheers. So let's take a look at the song. Say hello. Hi. She was trying to eat my shoe. But okay, anyway, let's watch this song. 3, 2, 1, play. Hospital? Oh. Looks like somebody is dying, maybe? That's a teacher? Are teachers allowed to hit children in Taiwan? Oh, was that Dragon Ball? Cuties. Is this about like his life story? Because now it looks like they're more like teenagers. Oh. Okay, they just seem like teenagers having fun. Cheating on an exam. Now he's a drummer in a band. Aww. It's hard to focus on the lyrics for me because there's so many things happening in the video clip. He's going somewhere with the train. Is that army maybe? Or some sports camp? Oh no, definitely army. It's really nicely filmed, like we can really see it through the eyes of the person. I wonder what he looks like now. Oh, he just got a job, I think. That's his boss? Colleague? Karaoke! I really like... Oh, is that his workmate? Are they together now? Cute! Oh! A dog! Oh, cutie! Was that puke? Don't tell me that was puke. Delivery room. Oh, they're having a child. Oh my god, his life is shown so fast. So many things are happening. Oh, cutie pie. And the dog is still there too. That's his son already? He's a teenager? Wait, this is confusing. They also have a daughter, right? No? Oh my god, so much is happening. And now he's playing golf with... Did he just get a new car? His daughter-in-law, maybe? Grandchildren? Oh my god, so many things are happening. Who died? Oh, of this music video. Oh, I think this might be a scene where he might be dying. And he's revisiting every phase of his life. Oh. Oh. Wow, this is so emotional. His teenage years, his rock band. The army dudes. Aww. With colleagues at work. His golf partners. Other grandpas he played the game with. Is that heaven? But it's sad. He left everyone behind. Oh. Oh. This was the very first song I ever saw of Mayday, and I have to say this song is really an emotional roller coaster, but I think the music video adds a lot to that. Maybe if I just heard the song alone and didn't see that video, I would just feel, yeah, that's a nice song, but pretty neutral. But as I watched this music video, I felt so many feelings because you really feel like you can live the life of this person, like really a roller coaster from his childhood through the moments he dies. And I didn't have so much time to focus on the lyrics since I was so busy with the music video, but I think he sung about making memories his whole life and later on kind of cheering and drinking those beautiful memories, if that makes sense. So I definitely feel like after I filmed this video, I have to watch the music video again to this time focus more on the lyrics. But anyway, I was very positively affected by this song. I really enjoy it and I can't wait to discover more songs of Mayday. So thank you so much for recommending this to me. Otherwise, I would never have found it myself, maybe. Really feel free to recommend them in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. Today's code words is... I should have thought of this before. Wait. The first thing I think about is teacher, because yeah, that's just one of the images you saw, like the teacher with the stick, and cheers might be too easy, so let's go with teacher. If you write teacher in the comments down below, I know you watched until the end and you are awesome! See you very soon in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye! Hello, my name is Charlotte and today we're going to be looking at an article about something really crazy. I know that Corona has brought a lot of craziness of humanity on the surface, but this is still something on another level. You know, it's even worse than people buying tons of toilet paper, in my opinion. And what I decided to do, instead of just taking an article from an English website, I chose one from a Dutch newspaper that I translated to English, because I think that many articles on English newspaper websites are just too complicated for foreigners who are learning English to understand. They use so many fancy words. So I thought, if me, somebody who learned English myself, somebody who struggled with English for a long time, if I translate an article using my more simple words, it might be easier if you're learning English to understand. So let's dive right into the article. The title is Most Expensive Mask on the Planet. So like I just told you, I translated this article from Dutch, LN, published on the 9th of August. Let's go ahead and read. An Israeli jewelry maker is working on the most expensive mask on the planet. The mask is adorned with diamonds and gold and will cost $1.5 million. Can you imagine paying that much for a mask? It should also protect its owner against the COVID-19 virus. Obviously, I mean, if you're paying that much for a mask, the least it can do is protect you, right? The mask has been custom made after a client requested its making. The mask contains 18 carats of white gold and contains 3,600 white and black diamonds, according to the maker of the jewel, Isaac Levi. The question that remains is whether or not the mask will be practical to use. That doesn't sound practical at all to me, to be honest. Like, I already have a problem just wearing my usual mask. I kind of feel like it's all humid under the mask. I feel like it's dirty there, and I just can't wait to get home and take off my mask, wash my face and feel all fresh again. But imagine having a piece of thing on your face. Like, nothing can be good about that, right? I'm even wondering, how does it stay attached to your face? Will he need like some kind of strap to keep it on his face, or is it just supposed to hang on his ears? I'm honestly not sure about how this will work. The buyer of this expensive object requested that the mask would be equipped with air filters that are approved by the FDA and the European standards. He requested two more things. The mask must be ready by the end of the year, and the mask has to be the most expensive one of the planet Earth. This last request will be the easiest one to accomplish, says Isaac. Obviously, for the maker, making the most expensive one is kind of a nice request to have. I wish somebody asked me to make the most expensive of something on the planet. The Israeli jewelry maker does not want to expose the identity of his client, but revealed that he was a Chinese businessman living in the USA. Wow, that must be some kind of good business. can you invite me please? I want to be part of this business. If you can afford to wear like a mask of 1.5 million, you must be making some serious money. I want a piece of that. Factory in Jerusalem, he showed several parts of the mask. Money doesn't make you happy, Isaac said, but you can get a very fancy corona mask with it. Okay, that's true, but do you really need that? My client wants to wear it and get everyone's attention. He will find happiness in that. Yeah, I'm sure he will get a lot of attention wearing the mask, but I'm not sure if it's the right kind of attention you want. The jewelry maker says he would never consider buying or wearing a similar mask, but he was extremely grateful when the order was placed. This project gave my team enough work to keep on going during these difficult times, Isaac says. Yeah, I can imagine that it's so hard for many businesses to survive right now. So having a request to make a 1.5 million mask for someone can only be good for a business. I think they'll be just fine during this whole corona crisis. They don't need to worry anymore. So that was it for the article. What do you all think about this? Would you feel the need to try and defeat this man and have an even more expensive mask? Or would you rather use it on something else? This man is basically the opposite. I want to have a mask, an expensive mask, but not just expensive. I want to have the most expensive mask on the whole planet. I'm the complete opposite. If I want to buy something, I'm going to be looking for the cheapest one on the whole planet. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I think that even, let's talk hypothetically, even if one day I had that amount of money, I would never feel the need to show it off like that and to buy such objects. I mean, it's almost sad to hear that he would get happiness out of people staring at him because he has a lot of money. That's not at all my definition of happiness. I think for me, happiness would be more connected to people I care about, to be surrounded by the people I love, and probably also to travel the world. I want to see a lot of the world before I leave this planet one day. I really hope I can see a lot in my life. What is your definition of happiness? Would you buy the mask, or what would you rather do with that $1.5 million? Let me know in the comments down below. If you watched until the end, let's use a code word. Mask is too easy, so black diamonds. That's a hard one. It's in the article, but nobody remembers that, right? The mask was made out of white and black diamonds. I really wonder what it looks like. I'm gonna look up a picture. Maybe I can show you too what the mask looks like. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched until the end, you are super awesome and I thank you a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you want me to make more simple English news articles like this, because I really enjoy translating articles. It's also good exercise for me, and yeah, I enjoy it a lot to learn a little bit more crazy facts every day. So let me know if you want me to make more of this, and I hope to see you again very soon in the next video. Bye bye! Hey, it's me again. I forgot to say something, but I'm planning to try something new on YouTube. It's called a video premiere. If you're watching this, I probably managed, so that means I'm together with you answering your comments in the chat, but I'm not sure how this works yet, so please don't get angry and nervous if I'm doing everything wrong, because I never used this function of YouTube before, and I also don't really know why I would use it. I guess it's good to let people know when my video is coming. I think there's some kind of alarm going off maybe when the video is starting or premiering. I don't know what it's gonna do, so let's see. I'm very curious to try out this function on YouTube, and if it's fun to do, I'm gonna do this more in the future, because I would love to communicate with you guys in the chat. I heard that there's some kind of chat I can join during this premiere. So yeah, I'm probably doing this with you right now, so I hope it's fun. Okay, I'm going for real this time. Bye bye, see you next time. Hi guys, welcome back on my channel. Today I want to tell you about something that happened to me just a few days ago while I was trying to record some audio for my last video about Pokemon. And usually I would record in my room, but as we're a big family, I have 3 siblings, it can get pretty noisy upstairs, and especially now in the quarantine, everybody's home, so it can really get noisy. Even now, my dog is barking. So I was looking for a place in my house where there was no sound at all, and that's why I decided to go down to our basement. So a few years ago, when my parents bought this house, they bought it from a very old lady who was living here all by herself. And the first time I saw this house, I was just amazed by how big the basement was. It's almost like a second house under this house. But I don't really need to explain anymore, I'll just show you right away. Okay, so I'm about to head to the basement, and the first creepy thing I want to show you is that my dog just refused to go to the basement. It's really weird if somebody is going to the basement and calling him. So let's go. Nessie! Hey! Nessie, what? Are you coming with me to the basement? Okay, so this is the door to the basement. Let's go. Nessie? Tu viens? Tu viens? Non? Nessie? So yeah, let's leave the dog there as he refuses to come with us. By the way, that's why I'm doing this at daytime. This basement is basically too creepy to go here during the night. Okay, so let's start with the first room. This is my father's little storage place. He has all kind of stuff like paint, his shoes, cables, and also just his laundry. Nothing much going on here. And then we've got my mother. Here she keeps all the food provision stuff. Like she usually buys things in big quantities and then she stores them right here because we're a big family, so that way she doesn't have to go to the store a lot. But here is where the first weird thing is starting, and that's this door. I don't know if you see it well. Wait, let me take a few steps back. There's a small door in the wall, and I've always wondered what's behind that door, but it's basically locked. Like if you try to open it, it's impossible. And it looks like there's some stones or something behind it because it's budging a little bit. And I asked my parents about this door, like, do you know what's behind there? Did you ever open it? And I think my mother said that there's a very low roof behind that door, so that basically no human can easily walk in there. So that's why we're not using it, but it's still weird. I really wonder if one day I can see what's behind that door. Oh, and then there's this door. That's another one. You can see there's a lock. I can't. And yeah, I just never saw what's behind this door because it's just locked, and no idea if my parents are ever gonna decide to open that door. And so here we have another little storage space for all the detergents and other products we use in the house. And so this was basically the part of the basement we probably use the most. But then we have the second part here. Let me turn. So here we have a little corridor where we store all the luggages. That leads to another bigger room. And this is a big storage place where we just keep all stuff like old school textbooks or just clothes and dolls, stuff like that. Like this old guy. So yeah, this is just a big storage place. And now comes my favorite room in the basement probably, and that's this place. This is kind of a clubhouse. Sisters can play. There's even a darts board and a disco ball, and there's also some weird stuff, but don't pay attention to that. That was just for Halloween, that my sisters made like a haunted house in here. But so basically this is the most friendly part of the basement, I would say. And then now we're going to the room where I tried to record my video last time, and that's this one. So in this room, basically, we have some old chairs that belong to my great-grandmother. We have all kind of books. That's why I thought the audio would be good here, because the books might absorb the extra sound, you know, the echo. We also have some kind of creepy dolls here. I mean, I'm just a person who finds every doll creepy, but they seem like especially creepy in my opinion. And so in this basement, my father also meditates from time to time. That's why the little pillow is for. And this is the exact place where I tried to record the audio of my mother's little couch. And when I first recorded it, nothing was going on. So then I tried to listen to my recording, and I could actually hear some kind of cracking noise. I didn't think much about it, you know, but it's funny because it's the kind of cracking you might hear like in some kind of documentary about a haunted house. Like, there's always some kind of weird sounds when people record sounds. And when I went upstairs to my parents later, I kind of joked about it, like, oh, careful, I went to record in the basement and I could hear some weird noises on my recorders. It might be haunted. And you know what my father said? He says that whenever he meditates here, he kind of feels a presence. I mean, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, presents can also be good, I guess. They don't all have to be bad. But still, that kind of freaked me out that he said that. And yeah, basically that's the last time I'm recording here, you know. So yeah, now there's one more room, but here you can see the entrance is a little bit messy and the light doesn't work there. So I can just show in this room. I think it's just old boxes, but I can't really see anything. So yeah, that was basically my basement. Yeah, that was basically the tour of my creepy basement. Let me know what you think about it. Do you think it's haunted? I feel like, you know, when you watch a horror movie and somebody goes in a basement like that, if you watch the tape again, you will see some kind of scary face appearing behind the main character. I wonder if later I check this video, something creepy will be going on it in the basement. So I'm definitely gonna watch it right after I stop filming this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, like usual, and see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye! Welcome back on my channel. My name is Charlotte and today, as you might see, I got comfy because I had a really tough day at work. So when I got home, I felt like, ooh, I just need to get my pajamas right on. So I hope you don't mind. I got comfortable. I hope you are comfortable too there. But there was an awesome article that I just couldn't wait to share with you guys. It's about a Taiwanese couple that got so famous in so little times. They really blew up online. And I know that they blew up because, as you might know, I speak several languages. I can speak French and Dutch and English. And I saw them in several newspapers across different countries. So the first time I saw them, I think it was in a Belgium newspaper, then I saw them in the Dutch one, and then I also saw them in the French news. So I was like, wow, they're getting seen worldwide. And I wonder if you're from other European countries, probably you saw them too. And maybe even in the US, this story got famous. I don't know, but if you're from the US and you heard about this, let me know. Because I'm really curious how far this story spread. But so, the story is about an elderly couple. They're both over 80 years, became 84. And so, this elderly couple, their names are Wanji and Shou-er. They own a little laundry store in Taiwan. And this laundry store is very small and their days are very boring there. So their grandson had an awesome idea, and that was to create an Instagram page for his grandparents. And you might be wondering, what are two elderly people showing on Instagram? Well, in their laundry shop, it can happen that people bring clothes and they lose a piece of clothes, or maybe some people, they come and put their laundry in the washing machine and then they never come to pick it up. So these people are left with a lot of lost clothes. So they decided to, on their Instagram page, make some kind of very stylish photo shoots with clothes that people left in their shop. So I think it's just such an original idea, because you have to check their page out. They are doing it with a lot of style, and it's also very cute because you can see that those people are so affectionate with each other. So it's just like couple goals. They're so stylish and awesome together. I wonder why this story blew up so much, but I think that in these dark times, we are getting used to see very bad news every day. I don't know how it's in other countries, but here in Belgium, we're basically talking about Corona like every single day, and sometimes they talk about other things, but usually it's even worse things like explosions in other countries, and there's just so much going on around the world right now. So when I read the article and when I checked out their page is called One Show as Young. So when I got lost on their page, I just started scrolling and started reading and started laughing. I got such a positive vibe from it that I could forget about all the worries in the world for a while. So I think this page has such a big success because it's kind of what we all need right now. We need a little bit of cuteness and positivity in our lives during those difficult times. So yeah, that's, I think, one of the reasons why they blew up, in my opinion. I just think the grandson is such an awesome grandson for noticing that his grandparents are him. And yeah, the way they blew up now, I think they have like, wait, let's check the Instagram page. They have 654,000 followers. I'm one of them, by the way. They have so many followers. So I think that right now, with this amount of followers on Instagram, who knows, maybe they can get some super cool brand deals, or, you know, if I was a trendy clothes shop, I would definitely want to work together with those style icons. So I really hope that because of their success, that they don't have to work anymore, because 80 years old, even more than 80 years old, I think it's time to just enjoy the years you have and go enjoy some holidays, spend a lot of quality time with your family, and I just hope they don't have to work anymore. I think it's been enough, so I really hope that this awesome idea from their grandson makes them even more famous, and I hope they don't have to work anymore. But something I was wondering about, you know, sometimes these kind of stories, they become very famous in other countries, but they are totally unknown history. So if you are from Taiwan, I would love to know if you have heard about this story or not at all, because yeah, I'm just curious. Right now at their store, are there like huge waiting lines? Are people waiting to go there to take pictures of the store, or did nothing change at all? I'm so curious to know. So if you know more, let me know. So I think that was it for the story. I think, yeah, you definitely should check it out if you haven't yet. For me, it was such a nice trip down their Instagram to read all their cute stories and watch all their cute pictures. So it's really, I think they deserve all the fame that they're getting right now because they're just awesome. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end. We should probably choose a code word so I can recognize who watched until the end. Let's choose... maybe style, because there's such style icons. So if you say style in the comments down below, I know you watched until the end and you are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I have the most awesome subscribers in the world, obviously. And one of my subscribers, they suggested me to use a platform called Patreon. I had only vaguely heard about it, so I looked it up, and it's actually something really cool where I can create a page, like same name as my YouTube I will create, Charmless Charmander, and I can kind of create a page where people can come and form a community, so all people who enjoy my channel and who want to show their support can be on there. And it's some kind of system where you can create different levels, and on the different levels I can give different benefits. For example, on one level I can give people maybe early access to a video, or I don't know. You guys have to help me and let me know what kind of things you would like to have as reward for the different levels. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's very new to me. But yeah, I thought it was so awesome that one of my subscribers gave me a really good idea, because sometimes I got some other, you know, messages of people saying, I really like your channel, I would love to show support, is there any way I can maybe support? Perfect way. If you wanna be part of the community, of the family, yeah, you can check out my Patreon. I will try to finish my page before I publish this video. Wish me luck. And definitely check it out if you have some time. Okay, that's it for today. I hope to see you very soon in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye! Hello, welcome back on my channel. I'm Charlotte, and for today's video I'm gonna try out 4 Taiwanese snacks that look a little bit strange to me and that I never tried before. I just bought them randomly. I didn't ask for the most popular ones in Taiwan or anything. I just went to the store and I looked at what looked interesting to me, and those are the one I chose. The first one I want to try is the sliced tofu, because honestly to me this one looks the least good. So I want to get it over with first so that I can still have some tasty things afterwards. Let's see. Oh, this has a really strong smell. I don't know what it smells like. I can't really compare to anything I know. Okay, cheers. It's much harder than I expected. No, this one I don't like at all. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to ask my flatmates to help me and finish this, because So now for the second one. This is the crispy seaweed, but it's a spicy version. Look at this little man suffering. That will be me in a minute, maybe. You know what's really funny? Sometimes on packaging or commercials here, when they write something in English, it doesn't really make sense. Like here, the description of this is delicious with good from the sea. Oh, there's a lot inside. When I say it at first, it just looks like a normal seaweed snack. But there's a different smell to it, something more. Okay, let's try it. It's super crispy. I like it. There's nothing spicy yet, but usually I can't handle spicy at all, but this one, it's bearable. It's really delicious. We don't have seaweed snacks in Belgium, only when you go to a special Asian store, but I really love them. And I also think they're kind of more healthy than many other snacks. I really like this one. Maybe it's even better than the not spicy one, because you have a little bit more taste. But I can definitely feel the spiciness building up after each bite. So maybe after you eat a few of these, you can't have any anymore. So on to our next snack. This one, the jackfruit, is probably the one I have the highest expectations for, because I'm such a jackfruit lover and I only had a few opportunities in my life to try it. So I never tried the dried jackfruit and I'm very, very curious. Let's see. Oh, it has a different color. It's like very fresh yellow. The dried one, not as much. It's kind of brownish, but the taste is all that matters, right? So let's give it a try. Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad, but not as good and heavenly as I expected. Because the fresh jackfruit, I just love the texture it has. And here, after it's dried, this texture is kind of lost. Now it's very similar to the dried mango, for example. But it's good. I'll definitely finish this easily. I really wish I can eat jackfruit again. The real deal. Okay, so the very last one we have here is the boba chocolate. I'm really excited about this. I like bubbles to do with it, since there's a picture of bubble milk tea on the cover. So let's see. Oh, they're each packed separately, like this. Not super eco-friendly. They could have used another material to pack them, but let's try it. The color is different than I expected. It looks like very, not white chocolate, but something in between milk chocolate and white chocolate. I'm not sure if you can see it well, but there's... Oh yeah, I can taste it. There's pearl from the bubble milk tea inside of here. I love the chewy texture. This one is really good. Maybe I'm biased because I'm in love with all sweet things. It's a very good idea, I think. I'm not sure if the chocolate dough is the best one I've tried. Especially because my country, Belgium, produces such good chocolate. But this one, approved by me. choose the best one and rank them, I would say in the last place, that's really easy. Definitely this one. The sliced tofu was nothing for me. I don't like the smell, I don't like the texture, I don't like anything about it. So that's not really my thing. Then in the third place comes the jackfruit, I would say. Yeah, because even though it was not bad, it just doesn't do the real fruit justice, so I was still disappointed. And then it's kind of hard, because both of these snacks were really nice, but it depends what mood you are in, you know. Sometimes I just have a craving for salty, sometimes sweet. But if I just can pick one, I probably would say boba chocolate on the second place and the crispy seaweed on the first one, because this is just a super nice snack that I will definitely buy again many times. I really like it. So yeah, that's my ranking. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I definitely am happy that I did a new favorite of mine. And I'm curious to know which one is your favorite snack in this list, if you have tried them before. And I'm also wondering, is there anyone on this planet who really likes the sliced tofu one? I hope to see you again in the next video really soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye! Hi everyone, welcome back on my channel. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know that I'm a really big fan of Taiwan. Actually, last year I used to live in Taiwan because I applied for a working holiday and I got it, so I moved to Taiwan and I was living there for about 5 or 6 months. But then, yeah, as you know, the corona crisis happens, and first I was planning to stay in Taiwan during the crisis because I felt very safe there. Taiwan was handling everything very well. But then as the virus was spreading in Europe and there were less planes going to Europe, and I realized, oh, I might be stuck here, and if something happens with my family, if somebody gets sick there, there's no way I can go back home. So that's when I decided I would go home as fast as possible to be close to my family during this crisis. But actually at that time when I just left, I was thinking I was going home maybe for, you know, a few weeks at most. But now this whole crisis has been going on for months, and yeah, it was really not what I expected. It looks like it's still not over yet at all. It looks like we're going to a second wave. I often see the question, when will I come back to Taiwan? And I was wondering the same thing, so I've been thinking about it a lot, and today I want to tell you what my plan is about Taiwan. I hope you're sitting comfortably. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, so I advise you to do the same. Welcome on my rooftop! I haven't filmed here before, but this looked like a nice place to talk on our ease. I hope you got comfortable and got some tea like me. So, to come back to the subject. So when I came back to Belgium, at first I wasn't doing much. I was living here at my parents' house, and all my siblings, they also came back home, so it was really nice. But after a week or two I was like, I might be stuck here for a few weeks, so it might be good to get a temporary job, to get some. I applied at a job agency, I gave them my CV, and when they contacted me, they had a few just boring job offers, you know, real temporary job offers. But one job offer seemed very interesting to me, and that one was, it had to do with education and with things that I studied. So I went to that place and went for a job interview. And the first job interview was in person. I was interviewed by 2 people there, and it went really well. So they told me there would be a second interview with another person, the last person that I had to talk with. But at that time, Belgium started the lockdown, so my meeting with that person became an online interview. But it went really well and the job sounded very interesting to me. So I started a job there, but it was under a job agency contract. Oh, sorry, there's like a tractor coming through. I don't know if you saw that, but anyway, sorry for the noise. I started a job there, but my contract was a job agency contract that could easily be terminated. Every week, whenever I want, actually, I could quit if I wanted to. So I started my job there, but I soon noticed that I actually liked the kind of work that I had to do there. It was, I don't know, it was very different every day. It's not a job where you get there and it's just every day the same, getting really boring very fast. I think it's very challenging and interesting. Every day there's like new challenges and problems I have to face and try to find solutions for everything, and I kind of really like that. So now, after working there for 3 months, they offered me like a real contract, not through the job agency, but at that company. So yeah, since I like this job, I accepted. And I kind of made up my mind to work there for 2 years, and after 2 years re-evaluate like how I like my work there and if I want to continue there or if it's time to make a complete career switch. So I'm not sure about that yet, but yeah, I can definitely see myself work there for a while. But then suddenly my plans completely changed, because that was not my intention. When I first came back to Belgium, I thought it would be very temporarily, just waiting to go back to Taiwan. But now I'm actually very happy that I got this job, because when I'm looking at this whole situation with Corona, nothing is sure, and I don't even know when I would have been able to go back to Taiwan, because I used to be in Taiwan on a working holiday, but my working holiday was for 6 months. And after 6 months, I could apply for another 6 months. But when my time came to apply to extend my working holiday, I wasn't in Taiwan anymore. I had to go back already. So I couldn't extend my visa there. There's no way to do it online, I think. So yeah, my working holiday is just over. So I guess the only way I can go back to Taiwan is as a tourist. That's already really nice. As a tourist, or maybe if one day I find a job in Taiwan and they can sponsor my visa, that would be a possibility. But yeah, I was thinking 2 years, that's a long time not to go to Taiwan, right? So I definitely have to go before. So my plan right now is 2 factors that are maybe gonna change my plans, but I hope not. One is, of course, Corona. Will there be any flights to Taiwan? Can I enter without a visa? There's some questions still there. I'm not sure how the situations will be once winter comes. I hope this stupid virus dies together with when the warm weather disappears, but I'm not sure about that. So Corona, that's the first factor. And then the second one is, of course, I have to get permission from my workplace to go on a holiday for 2 weeks in winter. But I think it shouldn't be a problem if I ask far in advance. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be allowed to go to Taiwan. So yeah, that's my plan for now. I wanted to keep you guys updated because I know you're very curious to know when I will be back in Taiwan. So yeah, my answer is hopefully, let's all hope, this winter. And when I go back, I'm so excited because it's not gonna be summer. Summer is so warm in Taiwan, you know? So I'm happy that I can go back during winter. It's so nice. Winter here in Belgium can be super cold, but in Taiwan I really prefer to still enjoy everything. So I'm super excited, and actually I'm planning to save. You might have noticed that since I made my channel, after a few months I could switch on monetization. Maybe you saw an ad at the beginning of this video. I'm trying to save money for my trip to Taiwan with my YouTube channel. I'm not sure if it's gonna work because you might be aware that it's very, very low, the amount of ad money that I get, because YouTube keeps a big part, and it's also some things like a person need to watch 30 seconds of an advertisement or the full advertisement, or maybe they need to click on the advertisement. I'm not sure how it works, but anyway, it's not going so fast, but I'm trying. I'm gonna make videos and hopefully I can reinvest the money that I make with YouTube for my YouTube material, maybe camera, microphone and lighting upgrades, and for my Taiwan trip. So wish me luck. I'm gonna try hard and I'm gonna keep making videos, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any suggestions of to review some Taiwanese products, I'm gonna go to the Taiwanese little restaurant in Leuven. That's my plan, to buy some products like the condensed milk one, and I would love to give my opinion and some reviews of products. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can try some Taiwanese products in Belgium that I can try and review for you guys. And yeah, let me know if you have other ideas or other suggestions of content you would like to see from me. I think you know everything now. I said everything I needed to say. Oh, maybe just a code word. If you watched until now, the code word of today is rooftop. Oh, it's getting windy here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon in the next video. Stay safe and healthy. Bye bye! Hi everyone, welcome back on my channel. I'm Charlotte and I'm super happy to see you again. I know it's been a while since my last video and I feel like so many things happened since that time. So yeah, it's just been a crazy past few weeks. Starting with me being clumsy and spilling a whole cup of tea on my computer because I don't even own a hairdryer. That would have been nice, but yeah, it's just sitting here for 2 days and I'm just too scared to turn it back on at this point, you know? I gave it some time, I tried to repair it, but nothing was possible, and then I had to start looking for a new one, but that was also not that easy in a foreign country to find the computer you want. And other than that, of course, there's the whole crazy corona situation going on too, like starting in Asia. So in the beginning, my parents were more worried for me living in Taiwan, but Taiwan had really a great response and it stayed completely under control there. But as you might know, now it's Europe's turn to be the center of this epidemic. And it might sound weird, but I will explain in this video why I had to make that decision. So when this whole virus first broke out in China, of course my family, friends here in Europe, they got really worried and they were texting me like, hey, how are you there? Is it still safe to be in Asia? How is Taiwan doing? And everybody was keeping up with the news, but we could quickly see that Taiwan had it under control, you know? There were cases, but it was monitored very well. They even had a website where I could follow every single person that had been infected in Taiwan. We could see every single store they went to, every bus they took, like their whole schedule was visible to everyone to be careful. And also Taiwan's medical healthcare is really advanced. So as the time went by, I felt more and more comfortable to stay in Taiwan, and I felt safe there, safe enough to stay, family and friends, that Taiwan was really a safe place to be. My first real worry came when there were cases in Europe actually, because as I saw it spreading fast in Italy, it was kind of scary for me because that was a sign it would be in Belgium fast enough as well, because in Europe we have this free movement, so if one country in Europe has it, probably all the others will follow very quickly. So at that point I started to be worried about my family, because I am so lucky. I still have all my 4 grandparents, and it's just so scary to know that this disease that affects elderly especially would come to Belgium too. And the scariest part was that countries were starting to cancel flights from Asia to Europe, and I could see less and less flights going back to Belgium, completely safe in Taiwan. I felt kind of scared for my family in Europe. What if somebody in my family gets sick and it gets really bad and I'm just stuck in another country and I can't even be there for them? That was actually a very scary thought for me. So my parents too, they kind of had the feeling, even though they knew Taiwan was very safe, they kind of had this feeling like we have to reunite the family, everybody should come home. My sister was also studying in France. They also asked her to come home, and we decided together that maybe it was wise to spend this quarantine period together, because we also don't know how many weeks or months it can last. And yeah, it's just scary to be to realize that I might be cut off from my family for that long. Shortly after I came back to Europe, I heard that Taiwan will be limiting foreigners coming into a really good reason to be there or who have like a real residence visa can stay there. And I did have a good visa. It was a working holiday. So I think I would be allowed to stay longer. But the thing is, my visa is for 6 months, and after 6 months I have to go to the immigration office and I have to extend it again for 6 months. And I just heard that right now Taiwan is not allowing anyone to extend their visa. So that means that even if I would have stayed in Taiwan, I would have been forced to leave the country soon, because it's impossible to extend any visa right now. You know what's really cool? I came back here in Belgium, and since I've been back, I heard Taiwan a lot in the Belgium news. I think everywhere in Europe, we kind of consider Taiwan as being a great example of how people should have reacted and how a country can be organized and ready for whenever this happens again. Basically, we talk about how Taiwan really took this event to learn from it and act appropriately once another threat came to their country. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm not even Taiwanese, but I feel so proud every time I see Taiwan coming back in the Belgium news. The situation right now looks very unclear. I don't know how long this quarantine will be. I don't know what will happen to my visa, because if I don't extend my visa, it won't be valid anymore. But it's not really my fault that I can't extend my visa, right? Because Taiwan doesn't allow us to extend the visa. So I'm not sure what will happen. I'm not sure if I can go back to Taiwan and live there like I used to. But even if that's not the case, I just want to say I'm so grateful for the experience. I already lived there. I really had such a great time. I was welcomed so warmly by Taiwanese people. And I know people say it a lot that one of Taiwan's great qualities is the people there. But I really want to say that it's so... I feel like I was really warmly welcomed in their house. And not just their house, also their whole family. I felt so happy spending holidays with them for Chinese New Year. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone that I crossed on my path in Taiwan. And I feel like there's so many things I haven't done yet, I haven't eaten yet, I haven't seen yet. So even if I'm not allowed to go back to Taiwan with my visa, I know for sure that I'll be back in Taiwan one day, just as a tourist, if I get the chance. I had no time to realize that I was leaving, because when we made the decision that it would be best for me to go back to Europe, I had to leave already 2 days later. So I feel like there was almost no time to realize what was happening, and it was also very shocking for me and my housemates, because we didn't really have time to fulfill some of the plans we had together. And yeah, it felt kind of really bad to leave in such a hurry, but I'm still so grateful. My housemates still managed to surprise me by telling me we would go to see the night view somewhere. So we drove all the way up a mountain, and suddenly they popped out a cake with candles and everything, and my housemate even made a video with all of our funny memories together. So I'm just so grateful that I still had to have these last moments with them. And if you girls are watching this, I miss you a lot here, and I can't believe I'm not coming home there. And thank you so much for everything. Wow! Oh my god, that's so sweet! Yay! Happy birthday! Thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much with all of my personal talk, but yeah, it's something I really felt I needed to say, because it's weird that I'm suddenly back in Europe. I don't even realize it myself. And once more, I want to say a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart to Taiwan for giving me this amazing, unforgettable experience. And I would like to say no goodbyes, but see you soon.